He dropped the governor's name and threatened to use his power. Police released new details on the drunk driving arrest of a state lawmaker. Thousands of vaccine appointments are suddenly available right now, and we're learning of new incentives to get people vaccinated. Paula.
On a day like today, you really need spring flowers. I want to tell you the interesting story behind this mural that just kind of seemed to pop up in Berkeley.
Paula, it's an improvement. We're seeing those numbers move up ever so slowly. Now the question is, can we get to 80 by the end of the 7-day forecast? We'll look at that right now, first at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. First at 4. New information right now about the crash that led to charges for State Representative Joelle Jones. Now, according to a police report obtained by Local 4, the Inkster lawmaker threatened to call Governor Whitmer, saying it would be bad for the responding officers because he oversees their budget. Jones was arraigned last week in connection to a crash on I-96 in Livingston County. He faces several charges, including resisting and obstructing police, reckless driving, and drunk driving. Tonight at 5, we'll have more from that police report. Former Michigan Health Director Robert Gordon is set to testify before a House committee after it issues a subpoena. The committee voted 6-3 to have Gordon testify about exactly why he left his position back in January and then signed a separation agreement worth more than $155,000. Last month, Governor Whitmer and Gordon agreed to waive that confidentiality portion of the separation agreement. However, neither side has revealed exactly what led to Gordon's departure. All right, now to the coronavirus as the effort to get more people vaccinated picks up steam across Metro Detroit. But first, let's take a look at where things stand right now with the numbers here in Michigan. In the past 24 hours, the state added 4,867 new cases and lost 108 more lives to the virus. The Detroit Public Schools Community District says it is giving employees a $500 bonus and 2 additional sick days if they get vaccinated. More than 30% of school staff have gotten the shot. Today, Ford Field opened up more appointments. The FEMA site has 7,500 extra doses and is hoping to get people booked immediately.
Over 160,000 doses that have been given at Ford Field, and we're infusing again these additional first doses. We are awaiting, of course, the Johnson & Johnson news that the CDC will be releasing additional information on Friday. So we were hoping to incorporate that vaccine in weeks 7 and 8 of Ford Field, but we're on standby. So in the meantime, it's Pfizer.
And as always, you can find information to book at Ford Field or see other open appointments in your area on our homepage of clickondetroit.com. Then tonight at 5, our Hank Winchester looking into how the city of Detroit is working to get more shots into arms.
I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank. We're here on the west side of Community Center, and you can see quite a big line of people here showing up to get vaccinated. What is working here and not working in other parts of the city? Why are we not seeing big crowds anymore at the TCF Center? Well, we're talking with the mayor about that, and also the plan moving forward. What is the city now considering to get more shots into arms? I'm going to have that story for you new tonight, starting at 5 o'clock.
Say it isn't snow. Yep. I was out, Ben, in Livonia this afternoon working on my story. The snowflakes started coming down. I have to admit, I wasn't prepared. Even though you mentioned it, I just didn't think it was really going to happen.
Yeah, just a little bit, a couple of those flakes, Karen, maybe a couple of raindrops out there, but that stuff is moving out. And now the question is, how quickly can we get these temperatures to respond to more spring-like numbers? This is what we woke up to this morning, 27 officially. One of the colder spots was Ann Arbor, 20 degrees. Of course, those wind chills firmly in the teens in most locations. And there are the current numbers, 46 at Metro Airport. Clouds are pretty prevalent across the area, so I think most of these numbers are pretty tightly packed. But it is warmer than yesterday, about 4 to 8 degrees warmer than some of the numbers we were staring at on Wednesday. Cold again tonight, but we will be seeing 70s on the horizon, maybe some 80s, and plenty of rain for the weekend, Karen. We'll run it down for you in a few minutes.
Thank you, Ben. Funeral service is taking place in Minnesota this afternoon for 20-year-old Daunte Wright. Wright was shot and killed in the town of Brooklyn Center on April 11th by a police officer during a traffic stop. Reverend Al Sharpton delivered the eulogy. Also, Sharpton's organization, the National Action Network, is covering funeral costs. Kim Potter, the now ex-officer who shot Wright, has been charged with second-degree manslaughter. Shifting gears a bit here. Let's talk about Earth Day. It's today, and we are learning of some big plans to protect the planet. This afternoon, Governor Gretchen Whitmer announced state-owned facilities would use 100% renewable energy by 2025. Meantime, in the nation's capital, President Biden made a promise on the world stage. Let's bring in Kim. She's in the newsroom with the latest. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Karen. The White House is hosting a two-day virtual summit of world leaders to talk about the global climate crisis. It's bringing together leaders that don't always see eye to eye, but can come together on this issue, like President Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin. President Biden started things off by pledging the U.S. will cut greenhouse gas emissions in half by the year 2030. He says this will put America on a path to net zero emissions by no later than the year 2050. The Biden administration says electric vehicles will play a big part in this, citing promises made by GM and Ford. The president's climate change agenda faces obstacles. Many Republicans have vowed to fight proposals that shift the U.S. away from coal and other fossil fuels in favor of renewable energy. Today, the president stressed this will help create jobs.
Meeting this moment is about more than preserving our planet. It's also about providing a better future for all of us. That's why when people talk about climate, I think jobs. Within our climate response lies an extraordinary engine of job creation and economic opportunity, ready to be fired up.
And here at home, Bedrock made a pledge to reduce its carbon emissions at buildings in Detroit. The city's largest real estate developer has made a deal with DTE for more solar energy. Karen, back to you.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you, Kim. All right, now to a spring surprise in the town of Berkeley. It is a grand gesture from a small business hoping to bring people together in the name of beauty. Paula Tutman, who is a huge fan of murals and building art, has found one that is truly needed during what's become a difficult month, and she joins us live. Good afternoon, Paula.
Good afternoon, Karen. You're right. I actually love building art, and I love flowers. And who doesn't need to be surrounded by a beautiful mural on a spring day like today? This business owner wanted this to be a gift for her entire community all year round. When you stroll down Coolidge in Berkeley, you may notice something new, an homage to a Michigan spring and its famed cherry blossoms, and a beautiful Michigander immersed.
She just looked gorgeous and beautiful, and it's a moment that, you know, to me, that it just reminds me of someone who has so much strength and beauty.
It's a splash of color in what's been an otherwise dreary year. The brainchild of Nikki Maybe of Salon Simply Beautiful and mural artist Zach Curtis from Pontiac, who says this was the perfect way to spend spring in Michigan before another snowstorm. He just completed the work Friday.
The whole cherry blossom aspect of the mural was super personal for me because my grandmother immigrated from Japan in the early 60s, and my whole life was, super ingrained in her past, her culture, and everything like that. So that was a big thing for me in that mural.
And like the bees to the blossoms, its specificness and its strokes and its colors and its realism has created quite the buzz.
I walk this route or run this route on a daily basis, and I was excited to see something new. It's really pretty, and I think it's a great addition.
People have instant messaged us. People have emailed us, posted on their Facebook, social media pages. Our employee actually said that it brought her to happy tears, that, it just, a sense of heaviness has been lifted just by looking at artwork. Artwork is so powerful, and you can never underestimate the power of beautiful artwork and what it brings out of people. It brings joy, it brings happiness. And we just want something really just to feel good about, life right now. It's a lot of heaviness going out in the world. And if we can just bring some of that positivity to Berkeley, Michigan, Greater Detroit, and a way to say thank you, that's what it's for.
Yeah, you know what? So, of course, it is Michigan. It's spring. We're back in winter coats and mittens, and the wind is blowing. How thoughtful of Nikki to take this to a community so they can have spring all year round. So whether or not it's on a building or even, thank you for putting it on my garage by visual trick. Here's the thing. Where I live, it has snowed. It snowed yesterday. It snowed today. But I can tell you this for my fellow bloom lovers, at least my peach blossoms have survived. And Karen, this is hope right here that spring is truly, indeed, on the way.
Wow, I'm impressed. That is just a beautiful blossom tree right behind you. And what a great story, Paula. I think we all needed a little bit of brightness coming out of Berkeley.
Well, thank you very much. I thought you meant that Justin's camera work was good, but yes.
Justin's really good too. Yes.
They're real and they're spectacular.
Wow, I give you credit. I still can't grow anything. Thank you very much, Paula. And the push to add a 51st state took a really big step forward today in Congress. We want to see if the effort to grant Washington, D.C. statehood has a real shot. We'll talk about that. Plus, there are mistakes so many people make. Local 4's Nick Monticelli appears on the Today Show with some very important recycling do's and don'ts. His tips even surprised the hosts. Help Me Hank recall alert is next. The vitamins being recalled because they may include something that's definitely not good for you. I have to admit, they were in my cabinet. We'll talk about that when we come back.